Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe for today, Thursday the 27th of August. The daily read today wasn't brilliant again. There was a bit of people problems in there. It wasn't all about that though, but I wanted to kind of focus on that today. I try and make my readings helpful, you know. And so sometimes I might focus on the negative part of whatever is in the day for this. Hey Corey. Just to, get some guidance on it to help us. Because it seemed to be about dealing with difficult people. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. There's a lot of weird energies around and people are going through stuff. It's like the dark's getting darker, the light's getting lighter, the divide's getting bigger. And we're having to deal with people. Hey Lisa. Lisa, I don't know about those charges. That's weird. I just had a look at it then, but I didn't realise I was going to be late for this. It's like, it looks to me like that, I don't know why it's charging in two goes. It looks like it's charging the right amount, but it's charging in two separate amounts. One small amount, one big amount. Very strange. Where are you, Lisa? Are you in Australia? Is it the GST that it's charging you separately? It could be. Hey Donna, hey Eva. Hey Tara, has anyone else noticed that when they get a private reading off me or whatever? Does it come through just as one charge on your credit card or through PayPal, or is it coming in two? Hey Robin, hey Arlene, hey Tracy, Tara. Can't remember if I said hello to you yet. Has anyone noticed that? I think it was PayPal, wasn't Lisa? Hey Ariana. Yeah, I think it was PayPal. Lisa sent me things saying it's kind of coming in two charges. So say if she's spent 15, it'll be like 14 something and then 14 cents as a separate charge. Very weird. You've got a card. Oh, Lorelei. Hey, Sayer, is it? You never noticed? I often get charges. I get charged on my credit card when I purchase stuff in another currency. That happens to me. Yeah, that happens to me when I use my credit card in another currency. It's an overseas charge, but I wouldn't have thought PayPal would do that. We've got Lorelei today. Lorelei. Tara ordered a deeper dive. Out of country charge. You didn't use PayPal. Yeah, my credit card does that, but PayPal, I don't think PayPal doesn't use. Oh, unless do you use your credit card in PayPal? That could be it, Lisa. If you use your credit card, you pay directly with credit card. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's many credit cards that don't put an extra charge on for external currencies, and it's not external currencies because even here, if I get them, if I use my credit card here where I live. And I get them to change it to Australian dollars. They say, do you want to be charged in Thai baht or Australian dollars? Pick Australian dollars thinking that I can get away with not paying that extra because it's a fair bit, it's a fair chunk. But no, I don't get away with it even if I choose that. So it's the out of country charge. Lorelei. Yeah. That's why it makes sense. Lorelei, power, responsibility, fate, grace. A mermaid sits on a rock and gazes toward the ocean. A small ship floats nearby, connecting with her through a rope. Connected with her through a rope. She has the power to decide the destiny of this ship and the fate of the crew. With a flick of her wrist, she could toss the ship against the shore, or she could let it continue its journey. What will the mermaid decide to do? She suffered great loss in her own life. Will she continue the cycle of pain, or will she allow healing and grace to calm the waters? Very interesting. Because I wanted to focus on the part of the daily read that was about dealing with difficult people today. And this is it, isn't it? Is she going to put up with the cycle of pain, still being the one in pain, or is she going to flick that wrist and get rid of it? So we've been called to be making power decisions, especially around people today. flick that wrist. Wow. I'm going to get a Light Seers Tarot out. For the day. So I'm going to make the new style readings for each sign today. See how long that takes me, because there will be longer readings and there'll be extra editing involved in it, but I think it'll be fun to do. I make them more timeless, you know, because everyone's on different timelines. You know, sometimes I can have gone through whatever the weekly read is for Taurus or Aries. I could have gone through it already. Or sometimes it comes in a little bit later, so they'll be more timeless, but it's just going to be like an energy update for each sign, each week, each weekend. It's better to do it that way. Then they might be relevant, you know, they might be relevant to different people at different times. Hey, Chris. Well, I've got the Knight of Pentacles out. Isn't that the card that came out yesterday? Knight of Pentacles in the daily read. This is the card that came out. Hey, Aphrodite. Slow. Slow progress. So slow, it's almost stopped. It's like nothing's happening. Such slow progress, because there's something to change in ourselves. There's something to get rid of. We've got something to let go of with that flick of the wrist. Something that's paining us, and we keep on choosing that pain instead of going, what do I keep on putting myself back in the mud for? And then things will speed up when we do that. So the slowness and the waiting is about this. Got the wheel, excuse me, the wheel here as well, Wheel of Fortune. This is really good. Wheel of Fortune card number 10. I'm going to read this one out. The wheel. Changes, fate, destiny, a lucky break, cycling up through karmic lessons, the chaos of creation, a turning point, serendipity. The shadow side of this is misfortune, karma, a need to relinquish control, the ups and downs of life, the inevitability of change, an unexpected setback. So what I'm getting from this is that everything will change when you let go of that thing that is causing you pain. This is about self-love ultimately, but it doesn't seem like that. There's something that we've been putting up with that's been paining ourselves. Maybe we've been putting up with it all of our lives, and it seems normal to us because we've always had people like that around us, or we've always had that pattern. But what I know from my own life is when you let go of something that's paining you, when you stop doing it, you stop doing that thing or that addiction, or stop having people like that in your life, you stand up for yourself, it makes this wheel turn around, the Wheel of Fortune turn around. I'll let the cat out before she breaks the door down. See ya. Yeah, it makes the wheels turn around. The Wheel of Fortune turn around. And sometimes, I've said this before, sometimes it doesn't seem related. So it can be something in our personal life, and when we let go of that, suddenly our business life starts going, or something like that. You know, it could be like letting go of a friendship, and then suddenly a loving comes in. Let's read more about this. It's just about vibration. So this, you know how I've talked about like I've talked about the emotions, like we've got this emotional scale, our comfort zone, and when it raises up, when we allow more and more joy in, we've got to let go. We've got to get that bandwidth going up like that. The stuff to let go of at the bottom of the range. And it's the same, not just with the emotional stuff. Well, it's the same as the emotional stuff, really. The stuff that's paining us, we've got to let that go so that we can raise up. So if you're waiting for something, it could be above this level, and there's something to let go of, so your vibration can shift up like that, and it can come in. So it can be like just the lowest vibration thing in your life that needs to go now. That's what I'm getting. And it's people. So the daily read says it's people. Corey, you got the wheel last night in your personal reading, Lisa. Cool. Corey, I think it's time I let someone go from my life. I'm the only one fighting letting this person go. Oh, but I get hurt every time. I do keep choosing it, yeah. Yep. Hey, Catherine. Just came on. Yeah, I'm just doing the collective at the moment. I'll get around to those later, so stick around. The wheel. Get ready, sweet soul, for the wheel is about to gift you divine blessings. Synchronicity is afoot, so look for wonderful new opportunities to propel your life ahead. Be prepared for fortuitous meetings or a fork in the path. That card came up in the daily read too. There's a fork in the road today. There's a choice to be made, and it's a choice in love, and we've got to choose ourselves. So it's about not choosing the pain anymore, saying no to the pain. Be prepared for fortuitous meetings or a fork in the path that will change everything for the better. If you're open to spotting opportunity, it's yours for the taking. Just follow the breadcrumbs of serendipity and fate toward your happy ending. Remember that the wheel is always spinning and that things are never the same as they were before. Learn to enjoy this constant regeneration and know that with every spin we have the chance to cycle upward toward our own expansion and enlightenment. Trying to control the outcome of the Wheel of Fortune would prove to be impossible, so don't. Grab your lucky dice and see the spinning of the wheel for what it really is. All the beauty of a lifetime of experiences, waiting to spring forth and be lived. Hey, Belinda. So, yeah, we've got good things coming, but it's about, we've got some of the older energies, the older, lower energies to get rid of. Today, or around this time, it might not be today, but it's around this time, so that we can move forward. So that's pretty good. I like that. I like that. Let's get some more cards out about our day today. I'm loving these new cards, these botanicals. Botanical inspirations. They're really beautiful. Really, really great messages on there for a reader. We've got daffodil. Narcissus. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that daffodil was called narcissus. Rebirth and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Right. There's something painful to let go of today. Something painful that we haven't even noticed is causing us pain, but we've been choosing it over and over again. It's the lowest vibe thing in our life. Hey, Linda Jane. Narcissus. So it could have something to do with codependency and narcissism. You could have a covert narcissist in your life. Do you know what those are? The narcissists are not the overt ones that are, yeah, they do it on the sly. Anyway, Google that if you don't know about that, but I just heard that covert narcissist. You could be dealing with one of those, and it can be quite confusing because there are a lot of them around. Painful endings. But a new beginning coming from it. I want to get one of these because I'm loving this deck as well, the Shamanic Healing Oracle. It's amazing. Deep messages in this. I'll use these in the weekly reads today to get the in-depth of what's behind it. What is behind the stuff that's going on. So I'm switching it up. I'm changing it completely this week. The weekly reads are going to change completely. It's going to be a little bit more work for me for the videos, but I think it'll be good. These cards can flip over very easily without me noticing because they're very similar on the back and the front. I've got two of these. Oh. Hey Stephen, first time here. Welcome to the cafe. Emotional release, that is. It's an emotional one. Something that we've got to let go of. Yeah, I was picking it up. It's people. It's around people. We've got to let go of somebody. It's causing us pain. We don't need to keep on choosing that pain. Tears. I'm pretty friendly. Sometimes Chris goes off at people. She gets mad at her higher self. I'm only joking, Chris. I remember that time, what was that thing your higher self said to you? It was about chopping people up or something. Emotional release, anyway, today. We've got some emotional stuff to let go of today. Endings. And I got this out as my personal card today. I got some extra cards out for myself. Feminine energy, being receptive. We don't need to be receptive to everything, right? The feminine isn't about that. It's not about soaking up all the shit in the world and doing everything for everyone and fixing everything. That's not what the feminine energy is about, although that can be part of the toxic feminine, right? Toxic to the feminine, doing that kind of stuff. Hey, Jennifer. So, feminine energy, being receptive, being that open vessel, that open cup to allow better things in. So, yeah, it's very much about allowing our vibration to shift upward by, if what we've got, this new beginning that we've got coming in is out of our vibration level at the moment. To raise our vibration up, we can't just do that, we've got to do that. And so we've got to let go of the lowest vibration stuff in our lives. That can be addictions, it can be people with low vibrations that we still have in our lives, it can be patterns that we do, any lifestyle kind of thing. It could be all kinds of things, but I'm really picking up that this is about emotion, an emotional thing about people today for most people, and actually dealing with it in an empowered way, shutting the door on it, like letting something be completed now. Cried for hours today, Donna. Do you feel much better now? You cried it out. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. It's years worth as well for you, right? Isn't it a cool tribe, Eva? I know, it's great people coming here, I love it. It's a really nice way to start my day. We have got these new beginnings coming in. You know how I said everyone's on different timelines? That's why I'm switching up the weekly reads, so it's more of an energy update for each sign. I've got adventures coming in. So these new beginnings that all of these cards are talking about, when we do shift our vibration upward, it's really good. New adventures, really good stuff. It's the stuff we've been waiting for. Jennifer, you've been crying too. Eek. So yeah, you're all going through it early. Yeah, adventures are coming up. We've got good things coming. Just got to do this work now and not ignore it again. I feel like this could be something that's come up for everyone before, probably many times. Right, Corey? I think you were saying that. It's like, you know that you've got to do this thing. I don't know why this card keeps on coming out. It's annoying me. Like it comes out all the time. Chop wood. Get to work. Do the stuff. Sort yourself out. It's annoying me, that card. It literally comes out every time I shuffle this deck now. I want to get another one out. So yeah, I feel like it's something that's come up over and over again, but we've been kind of ignoring it because it's a known pain. Sometimes we just keep on choosing known pains, don't we? It's like food addictions. We get addicted to the foods that are the worst for us. Our body craves the poison, which is a crazy thing. But we do that in relationships too, friendships, with family as well. We can do that with. We just keep it going. It's time to go. It's time to leave something behind, and it's something that has come up over and over again. You get the card every day too. See what hard work is. But yeah, it's annoying me. I do the work. I don't need to know about that card. But if you aren't doing the work, if you aren't putting the work in, you need to do that. It's about taking action, this card. But time to go. There's something to leave behind now because there is a path up ahead. It was in the pick a card read too. I'll throw it away. It's annoying when that happens. There's another card. There's another card that keeps on doing that with me as well. It will change. It'll stop coming up, but yeah. It can do that already. It can stop coming out already. So we've got new things coming in, which is good. Let's get some little cards out. Yep. Been told that I should just let go of this friendship. But it was all I had down here where I live. I think the fear of having nothing on the other side was spooking me. Yeah, time to be free. Yeah, and we've got to embrace that unknown too. That's often why we hold on to people, isn't it? Because we don't want to be left in the unknown. But the unknown is where all the potential is. If we've filled up our lives with a certain energy, we can't tap into that unlimited potential where the other people are. But there is the gap, right? And we've got to not mind the gap. We've got to be okay about being in that gap. Ah, you went through an emotional time too, Eva. 3 days. I didn't sleep good again last night. Got about 3 hours, woke up and then was awake for about an hour and then got another hour or something. Not sleeping good lately. Pretty sure you know what needs to go, Robin. Just can't find the energy to do it. Yeah, well, there you go. Chopwood cards for you. Let go and flow, because what we want is on the other side of this. The expansion is on the other side of this. See, I told you all of this waiting was for a reason. And we were waiting for ourselves. Now we're getting the clues, right? Now we're getting the clues what it's actually about. We've got to let go of somebody. And you can't go wrong. I mean, you just let go of somebody. You can't go wrong, because if they are meant to be in your life, they'll come back around again. You really can't go wrong with it. My son came to talk to me for many hours this afternoon. He's wise for his age. Yeah, he helped me realise it's okay to let go. Awesome. Yeah, he is. I remember reading for him. Very old soul. I do. It's very rare that I remember readings, but I do remember that reading that I did about him. The unknown has endless possibilities. Time to be excited for them rather than scared. Love, not fear. Exactly. We've got new adventures coming up, new beginnings. We've got an emotional release to have first. We've actually got to do it this time. So we've got to let go to get in the flow of that expansion that we want. That's what we've been waiting for. We've also got to respect ourselves. We're innocent in this. You don't need to keep on choosing the shit. You don't need to keep on choosing the pain. You don't need to keep on sacrificing your vibration for someone else. You don't need to keep on choosing that. You don't need to keep on taking the blow for someone else. Taking the impact for their karma. We don't need to keep on taking the negative karma or trying to shield someone from the negative karma. We don't need to keep on taking that hit. Because when we do, that keeps our vibration down. We can respect ourselves to move forward. So you can't go wrong with letting go, Donna. But those emotional attachments, cord cutting can help. Can make it a bit easier. What else have we all got today? Listen and be artistic. This is a distraction. Just get creative. I'm going to be doing that today. Listening to what's in your heart. That style of video that I did for this last pick a card read excited me so much. I know it's in alignment with me now, and I'm listening to that. That's a high vibration thing that's come in. I'm listening to that. And I'm going to do that today. I'm sure it's going to mean a really busy day for me today, but that's all right. I can do it. I've got a couple of readings to do before I start, but I'll do it. But yeah, that's for me. So what has been calling out for you, your creativity? Busy yourself with that as a kind of distraction. But don't distract yourself so much that you're just going to put up with that same low vibration thing that's been in your life. Choose self-love. You're right, Tara. Get what I want. Encouragement. Our higher selves are encouraging us. They say, come on, you can do it. Yes, these are hard steps. There's always a hard step to take. For anything good, there's always a hard step to take. But this is encouragement saying, we will get what we want. We will get what we want. Yeah. So be encouraged by this. It's okay if they stay gone and just know they're going to be drama on their way out, for sure, right? Yeah. People don't go quietly out of our lives generally. They go kicking and screaming, right? Especially if you're a high vibe person and people are kind of leeching off your energy. If you've got draining people around you, that's always going to be the way. If you're shifting your vibration upward, it's going to be the lower energy people, like negative people, that kind of thing. There has been a fair bit of drama in 2020 so far, right? Already filmed a video with a few random chords on guitar to sing whatever came to heart and mind. Nice. Yeah, Creative Flow is here. And it thrives, doesn't it? Especially with music. Creative Flow thrives off the pain. Not a good reason to keep yourself there, though. When I had a massage shop, I used to have a massage shop. I do neurotherapy and massage and readings and healings in my shop. One time this guy came for a massage and told me he's a musician, a guitarist. And I asked him, is he in a band? And he said, yes. He said, you might have heard of them, they're called The Cure. I'm like, you're kidding me, you're the guitarist from The Cure. He's like, yeah. And so we had a really good talk about, because I play guitar, I'm a musician, I play everything in fact, but I only play and sing when I'm not feeling good, when I'm sad. I'm not inspired to otherwise. And he was saying, yeah, that's why they've not made any new stuff for The Cure, because they all got happy. They all got happy in their lives, and then the music didn't flow anymore. Who wants a reading? I didn't ask. I'm kind of waiting without asking you to ask me for a reading. Who wants one? I know. It was so cool. And I told him that. I said, like, you couldn't have said, like, anything better than what you just said to me then. It's like, do I know them? I'm like, you're kidding me. So cool. A really interesting guy as well. Wow. What an interesting guy. He was in Byron Bay and he was DJing. He was DJing for some event there and he wanted a massage because he'd just flown in. Robin's first. Yeah, pain. Pain's an incredible writing tool for music. But, you know, for my readings too. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't been through all the pain that I've been through in my life and healed it myself, right? I'd have nothing to say. I was just thinking that this morning when I was rolling up my wraps for my boxing this afternoon. I was just thinking about how easy abundance is for me now and how it wasn't for so many years. And I was thinking, I'm glad that I went through that because now I can relate to my customers, you know. I wouldn't have been able to relate. Yeah, super famous. Can't even remember his name. Who am I doing? Robin. That's right. Robin. Oh, you got nurture yourself and feel it. Nurture yourself and feel it. So if you're in doubt for what this low vibration thing is in your life, Robin, that needs to go, you need to feel it. As I said, we can sometimes put up with something because sometimes it could be like a match to your family. And so when it's a match to your family, you're so used to it, it seems normal, you don't know any different, right? And so that's the kind of stuff that we put up with all the time. And so you need to actually feel it before you can get rid of it. And nurture yourself as you feel it too, because it could be kind of shocking when it comes out. Donna, what about you? Wow. Okay. Donna, you've got who is aware and you've got who perceives the perceiver. This is it's all about your perception. It's about the way that you're looking at something. This is like saying you're hurting yourself by the way that you're looking at something, your awareness of it. So your thoughts and your beliefs about something are the things that are hurting you. Attachment, right? Attachment is about thoughts and beliefs that we have about something. It's about expectations, yeah? Awareness of expectations, of how your expectations are hurting you. You need to let go. But it's not just the person you need to let go of, you need to let go of the beliefs that you have around that too. Interesting. Arlene? What about you, Arlene? I'm going to do me next after Arlene. Yours is about creativity and your brilliance. So there's something that you need to let go of, Arlene. It's something from the past. It's something that you've done in the past. It's something that you don't need to do anymore. It's not a high vibration for you. It's not something you'd really enjoy anymore, but it's something that you keep on doing. This could be work, or it could be something in your personal life. This could be something as simple as you hate doing the laundry or something like that, and you're not just getting someone else to do it for you. It could be something as simple as that. You'd be surprised making upgrades like that in your life, how much it frees up your energy to do stuff that you do love. And so you could, like, this is for everyone, you could be like wanting to move forward on your business when you're not realizing that you keep on doing like a job that you don't want to do in your house. Maybe you're doing the gardening or looking after the pool, or maybe you're doing the laundry or cleaning the house or whatever, and you don't even realize that that's an impediment. That's the lowest vibration thing in your life. Because you think, oh, well, everyone's got to do that. Well, you don't. You can pay someone else to do that. And then when you do, suddenly everything starts moving. It could be something as simple as that. But yeah, yours, Arlene, it's about your creativity. And so it's something that you're doing that is low vibe. And it could be simple. I'm feeling it is something simple as well. It's a real powerful tool, that is doing upgrades. It's just like noticing, if you're just aware for one day of everything that you're doing and everything that you have in your life as well. So there could be like broken stuff in your house or clutter, just things that you haven't sorted through. Or it could be like something's broken, doesn't work quite right and it needs replacing. There could be, there could be all kinds of low vibration stuff. Slips under the radar because we're just so used to it. Alright, me. What do I need to let go of? Oh my God. I've got to let go of this communication coming from lovers. Waiting on it, maybe, expecting it. Oh God. Tracy. Tracy, you've got, yours is about creativity too, Tracy. You've got be artistic and I am heard. But yours is more about creativity and putting it out there. This is like someone that does something but then doesn't put it out there. You know, that kind of person. So pouring your creativity into something but then not showing anyone. Yeah? Not putting it out there. Like years ago in my business, I would do videos and stuff, and then I would, or anything in my business, and then it would kind of fall flat, you know. I might maybe get like a handful of sales, like 5 or 10 sales of some product that, you know, that I'd spend all week making or something, some kind of video course, and be really disappointed by it, and thinking that why aren't people coming to me? Why don't people want this stuff? And yeah, I wasn't putting myself out there. Like I realise that now. Now I'm putting myself out there. I realise how it all works. It's a numbers game. You just got to put yourself out put your stuff in front of as many people as you can in as many creative ways as you can. People don't just law of attraction to your website. You got to put yourself out there. And so you've got a similar kind of thing going on, Tracy, that you're kind of hiding. You don't realise it. You're being creative. You think that you're putting it out there, but you're not really putting it out there. So it makes you feel like you're not heard. Liat is next. Liat, be supportive and touch. This is about having people around you. This is about hiding away. So you're a bit of a recluse. You hide away from people so that you don't have to deal with them. That's a sign that you're not being empowered around people. So you don't trust yourself around people because you don't want to deal with triggers or something like that. This is saying it's actually more supportive to you now. Like, it's good to hide away. If you've got like no boundaries and no empowerment, it's good to retreat away and soothe yourself and all of that. But at some point you need to put yourself out there and kind of test your boundaries again, test your resilience and your empowerment and your boundaries and boundary setting and all of that. This is kind of saying, you know, you can raise your vibration by being alone. Yeah, you can. But there comes a point where you've got to get out there again, touch people again, have them touch you, so to speak. So support yourself in that way, putting yourself out there more. On a personal level, I'm feeling that is. Tara, what about you? Oh, yours is about putting yourself out there too. Wow. So a lot of this these new adventures, these new beginnings that you all have got coming in is about your creativity, and it's about you doing your thing and being seen out there by the world. So Tara, you've got to appreciate yourself and be vulnerable. This is about putting yourself out there. So when you're appreciating yourself more, you'll put yourself out there some more. Did I tell you this story about when I wrote my first book, when I published my first book? It was at the end of 2011. I'd finished this book. I'd written it. It took me quite a few months to write it. It's the only book that's ever done that. The rest of them have been written in a day. But that was a book that called The Healing Path Within that I took a few months to write. And yeah, when I published it, I'm like, right, that's great. I can reach millions of people and help millions of people with my work now. And my guides laughed at me saying, not a chance. There's no way you'd let that amount of money to come back to you. You're only just letting just enough in at the moment. But that's kind of an aside. But it was more about this, really, on a personal level. I wasn't ready to be out there in a big way. I wasn't putting myself out there in a big way. Yeah, I released the book and there's that. But that's still hiding too, do you know what I mean? You know, you can release a book, have it on Amazon and Kindle and stuff and be hiding still. Or you can release a book, have a publisher, release it, and then travel around the country speaking every night and doing book signings. It's very different energy, isn't it? And so your vulnerabilities, Tara, are holding you back because you're not fully appreciating yourself. So you're on this path to making it big and to putting yourself out there, but it's all about you appreciating yourself more and getting over that vulnerability. And so it's like your vibrational step up is just doing that. You know, you just need to do it. It's just a practice thing. It's like this YouTube thing. It's just a practice thing. You just do it over and over again until you get more comfortable with putting yourself out there. Corey. Wow, this is interesting. You've got communicate and healing, Corey. It's interesting because of what we were just talking about then, about the pain points and music. Your creativity comes from that. My creativity comes from that. No interesting person hasn't had a challenging life, right? And so that's where our creativity comes from that fault line. Remember when we got that fault line card? It's from our weak points. That's where the real treasure is. It's like that Japanese tradition of a broken bowl, and they'll fill the crack with gold because that's where the gold is. That's where the treasure is, in the floors and stuff. That's why shadow work's so important. But yeah, your creativity is coming from that point, but it can come from the healing too. Mine comes from the healing, not from the pain. I'm not rehashing the pain. I'm not one of those teachers that goes, oh yeah, it's terrible. This is how to spot a narcissist, this, you know, all of that. I'm not one of those kind of teachers. My creativity comes from my healing, from me having healed myself through that stuff. Yours the same too. So there's more. There's another step to go. Interesting. Catherine is next. Okay, Catherine, this could be challenging for you. You must be up for it though. Catherine, You've got soften and open and blame. So you're being asked to accept blame where blame is due. It's asking you to face up to something, Catherine, that is actually your fault. To take responsibility for it, not blame yourself and judge yourself for it, but to take responsibility for that. And so it's kind of a humbling moment, this. When we don't want to do that, it's just ego that doesn't want to do that, right? It could be about continuing to let negative people into your life. It's kind of got a victimhood vibration about this card pairing here. So you could think it's everyone else just keep on doing something to you. Like, say me when I kept on attracting abusers into my life all the time. It's them. It's just that everybody in the world is an abuser, that kind of thing. But it's not. There was a pattern in me. There was some kind of way that I was attracting that, and some kind of way that I was allowing people like that to remain in my life. So it could be something like that you need to take responsibility for it. Anyway, yeah. Be open to that, to seeing that, Catherine. Eva. Wow. Eva. It's interesting because we've been talking about you opening your heart, and it's going to be a slow process and you don't need to force it. But this is saying you need to surrender the compassion. It's like you need to let go of the compassion. You're being overly compassionate to others. That was in the daily read too. You don't need to be nice to others and take the hit for others. That's what you're doing. A heart like that can't open because you're not protecting it. You're not protecting it. You're not loving yourself. You're not being compassionate to yourself when you're taking the hit for other people. So your surrender has got to do with your compassion. But your true compassion will be even more compassionate when you do that. So you've got like a negative expression of compassion. You're over compassionate. You're too nice. You've got to let that go. Be a warrior instead. Interesting. Hadn't thought of that before. I mean, in regards to you, with that heart opening stuff. Lisa. Interesting. Lisa, you've got detachment, freedom, love and joy. Why would you want to detach from freedom, love and joy, right? Because the way that you think it's going to come about, the way that you think you're going to get it, isn't the way that you're going to get it. You've got to detach from, it's like you're trying to run down a path that you think is going to lead you to the freedom, love and joy that you want, and it's not the right path. And so you've got to detach from that and let go and be open to the mystery. It might not be that far off, but this is like let go of what you think you know. Because it's obstructing you from the true path. Be open to an adventure. You've got freedom, love and joy coming. You know that. You can feel it. I know you can. But you need to detach from, it's not from the expectations, it's from thinking that you know the path. That's what it is. Ariana is next. Yeah, something's coming up over and over again for you, Ariana, for you to face it this time, and instead of resisting it this time. So it could be like, it could feel like you keep on attracting the same negative thing over and over again, and you wonder how you're doing it, and you're trying to stop doing that, and your higher self is saying, no, it's not that. It's not that you're creating a negative situation over and over again. It's saying, it's bringing it up for you over and over again for you to face it this time. And so rather than resisting it and feeling bad about it, be grateful that it's being shown to you, because that's the thing that you need to release. So whatever has been coming up over and over again, you're already getting the sign. This is saying you're already getting the signs of what it is that you need to release over and over again. But you're resistant to seeing that. You might be trying to fix it instead of saying, oh, it's just saying that I need to say no to this thing now. Does that make sense, Ariana? Linda Jane. Lots of people in here today. Can you all click like on this video, please? Helps YouTube show my videos to people. I've almost got 1K of views on that pick a card read that I put out. Was that yesterday, the day before? Almost 1K. It's my biggest, fastest reading video yet. Linda Jane, you've got willingness and forgive self. Got to be willing to forgive yourself. So yours is more of an inner letting go to do. Forgiving yourself for, I don't know, could be anything. I don't know what it is. But you just need to be willing. You don't need to know how to forgive yourself, you just need to be willing. Just like tell the universe, okay, I'm willing to forgive myself now. I don't know how it's going to happen, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just willing. Sometimes that's really powerful, just to be willing to do something, you know. Like with Lisa's, that's letting go of the path to it, so that you can go down the easiest path to it. Same with Eva too. And our heart opening. Go down the easy path to it by letting go of the way that you think it might happen. Belinda. Oh. Belinda, I'm not going to tell you because it's coming in. The thing that you need to let go of, you don't need to like meditate and feel it out and try and find it, and I don't need to tell you what it is because it's coming. It's coming for you. It's going to happen today or something. Someone's going to communicate with you, and that's the thing that you need to let go of. So your higher self is already on it. It's going to show up very soon. The thing that you need to let go of, and you'll feel it when it does. Chris, you'll have to let us know tomorrow what it is, because I think it is going to be today. I mean, that's like your higher self saying it's about to happen, so I've already lined it up for you. Chris. Oh, mystery and criticism. Right, Chris, you've got people around you that think you're crazy for throwing caution to the wind and following your life path. You need to let go of those people. They're low vibe people. You might think that everyone's like that, the majority is like that, and you've got to change your patterns or the way that you communicate yourself so that you're okay around people like that, but it's not true. You need to be around the people that are throwing caution to the wind, the people that are following the life path, the people that are confident in themselves enough to not try and control everything. You need to break away from the sheeple, Chris. Because it's a push-pull, it's a very hard path if you try and stick around those people and do what you want to do. Because they're always going to criticize you, they're always going to say, you should do it this way, you should do that, you should be scared, you should have a backup plan, you shouldn't do that, you know. It's too much for anyone to do that. And that's people that you're around, Chris. Jennifer is next. Jennifer. Did I do you, Catherine? I think I did you. I don't think I skipped anyone. Catherine. Yeah, after Corey. Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer. A slow transformation, one step at a time. I feel like you want to rush, like you want a big transformation, like a big aha moment, transformation, instant change, and then you'll get what you want. That's not how it's going to happen. It's a long journey and of unfolding, of you becoming who you are. It'll be slow. Not as slow as the camera is right now. Has it stopped for everyone else? Oh my God. Disconnected. It's connected again. Okay, back to Jennifer. Yeah, it's going to be a slow transformation, one step at a time. You can't rush it. It's all about your unfolding. And for a lot of us, I mean, like, you know, it's bizarre to me that I had to like get to the age of 49 before my work started working. Really. I mean, it was working before. I know there's not a lot of readers that are doing it full time, and I've done it full time for 20 years. So it is working. It has always been working, but not to the level that I knew it could. So, but it's the same. It's like, why would you need to wait until you're 49? Because I've been on a massive path, and it takes time. Yours does too. Aphrodite. Okay. Yours is quite simple, Aphrodite. It's just that, you're moving like Chris. You're moving into that unknown. You're following your life path. There's a lot of people that are very uncomfortable around that. People that get jealous when they're doing that too, and they're going to try and pull you backward into the pain, into the drama, into the fear, and all of that. This isn't so. I feel like you're dealing with those people well, but there's an aftermath within you. There's an emotional hit that you're taking from it, from the jealousy, from their reactions. And you've got to forgive yourself for doing that. You've got to forgive yourself for having better, right? When people are in a lot of pain, we've got this survivor's guilt, right? If you've got it good and everyone else around you is struggling, this is what comes up. This is the stuff inside of yourself that you need to forgive. It's got to be okay, even when other people around you aren't okay. That's yours, Aphrodite. Robin, makes sense, being numb isn't working. Yeah, feel it. You got to feel it to heal it, for sure. And it's never pleasant, is it? Nobody ever had like any kind of awakening and said, wow, that was great. It was just ecstasy. Yeah, I did, Juliet. To watch the replay. Pretty sure I did you, Catherine, as well. Stephanie. Yeah, put yourself out there more, Tara, just step by step, There's no leaps. There's no overnight successes and there's no leaps. We've just got to keep on, because we've got to keep on raising our vibration, right? And it's just a slow process. We can't leap into it. Stephanie, you've got to accept the unexpected and encouragement. Your higher self is saying what's happening to you is encouraging. It's trying to encourage you to look on the bright side of it and accept spanners that are being thrown in the works. You are being protected and you're being guided forward. You might not see how it's for your benefit, but it is for your benefit. So when unexpected things happen, when spanners are thrown in the works, we can always look back on it later and see the perfection about it, can't we? So try and just believe in that now, Stephanie, that there's some perfection about this. That's for everyone as well. That's good advice for everyone. The stuff that isn't happening, the stuff that we've got to let go of, it's all imperfection. It's all for our own good. That is spot on, especially when it comes to online dating. Need to just be better about boundaries, speak my truth kindly, let the chips fall. Yeah. And people need that karma, right? Who are we to shield them from their karma? If someone is horrible to you, they need to get a reflection of that back, Otherwise they never learn. It's like teaching a child something. They would never learn if they were doing something wrong, if they don't have the aftermath of it being wrong. If you just cleaned up after them all the time and did it for them, they would never learn. Catherine, could be to do with work or personal situation. Could be both. If we're doing something, we tend to do everything like that. Belinda, did I skip you? No, you said thank you. A lot of people today. Totally makes sense for Ariana. Awesome. Lisa, right, I'm always speculating how things will work. I get diverted. I'm planning in my mind how things will work anyway. I need to relax and allow myself to not know. Yeah, let it hang in the mystery. Yeah, I know. And especially when we're readers and stuff, we want to know, don't we? We don't want it to be unknown, we want to know. But it really limits us. It's like putting blinkers on if we think we know what the path is. we're completely oblivious to the easiest path or the most magical path, right? Christine, you're not too late. Well, it's just about me letting the man I had a date with know that I'm not physically attracted to him. Yeah. Yeah, we're allowed to do that, aren't we? We're allowed to say no. Christine, you got release guilt and self-love. Releasing guilt for putting yourself first. Releasing guilt for doing what's best for you. Releasing guilt for having your own time for yourself. Releasing guilt for using your own energy for yourself. Releasing guilt for putting yourself first, Christine. You've got to do that. Learn to put yourself first and be okay about it. Yes. That's your lowest vibe thing. So yeah, interesting. For some people it's an internal thing. For some people it's an external thing. Most people it's an internal thing, in fact. For a few of us it's about releasing expectations. Okay. So there we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. I will be shooting those videos today, but I'll only publish them tomorrow evening for me. So that will be fun. What else can I tell you? Nothing. Got nothing else going on. Oh no, I do have a $20 off offer if you want a love reading. If you use the coupon code LOVE with no spaces in between, love, LOVE for the love readings, these twin flame readings, all of that, you can get an extra $20 off. You can also use your $5 coupon code as well. So it'd be $25 off altogether. That's all I've got going on at the moment. And of course the half price energy healings can be added onto any reading as well. So if you wanted some personal attention today, privately, you can do that. So thanks everyone for coming along and all your support with my channel and everything, and everyone that's new here as well. You're very welcome. I kind of do this every day, sometimes, unless something else goes on. But good to see you all again. See you next time. Bye.